I'm Marlene Hutchinson, and welcome to Tips for Guitar Playing Success. As many of you know, I've been sharing my guitar playing tips every Thursday for more than 10 years. It's been my way to hopefully help you stay motivated, be inspired, and continue expanding your guitar playing journey. If you're interested in more learning resources, go to my website, marlenesmusic.com. And for anyone who's listening and feeling like you're missing out on all the guitar playing fun, you can easily get started with my super simple Learn to Play Guitar in a Day course. Now, on to today's tip. This podcast is brought to you in part by Gator. Whether you just need a bag to gig with on the weekends, or a frequent flyer needing a flight-friendly TSA Series case, or a dedicated road warrior bringing your instruments on tour, Gator has a solution for you. For the stuff you love, guard it with Gator. Today's tip is mastering 1-4-5 chord progressions. You've probably heard of chord progressions and maybe even played a few. But have you ever wondered how they actually work and why they matter? In this episode, I'll break down what chord progressions are, why they're so important for songwriting and performance, and how to use them to create smoother transitions and more memorable tunes. I'll also walk you through a few examples you can try yourself so you can begin to master chord progressions and take your playing to the next level. As always, a big shout out this week and thank you to our fellow guitarists joining us from Ecuador, Cameroon, New Zealand, and Hungary. Before we jump into this episode, can I ask you for a quick favor? Would you please tap the subscribe button? Because that's the easiest way you can show support for this podcast and for me. And don't fret because it's free to tap the subscribe button. And it helps me to continue bringing episodes to you every single week at no cost to you on your favorite podcast channels like Spotify, Apple, SiriusXM, and YouTube. Thank you for supporting me and the show by tapping the subscribe button. So first, I'll break down chord progressions, what they are, and how they're useful. Then I'll explain the process of creating them so you can become a chord progression master. Chord progressions are a series of chords played in a specific sequence to form harmonic tones. It's the most fundamental element of musical structure. Musicians typically use chord progressions to create a song's foundation. That's why understanding the structure of chord progressions, the formula, can help you understand music composition and chord tone balance. These chords evoke smooth transitions and flow. The most popular chord progression structure is 1-4-5, which you'll find written in Roman numerals as I, IV, and V for 1-4-5. The 1-4-5 chords can be found in many hit songs like Tom Petty's Free Fallin', Steve Miller's The Joker, Sarah Bareilles' Brave, and Little Big Town's Pontoon, to name just a few. By the way, for this next part of the episode, you may want to have a piece of paper and a pen handy so you can write down and visually see what I'm talking about. The 1-4-5 numbers represent chords in a major scale. A major scale is the order of musical tones without sharps or flats. It's just the first 7 letters of the alphabet, A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. Using the 1-4-5 sequence means that you'll play 3 chords, the first being the root chord, then you'll add in the 4th chord, and then the 5th chord of the major scale. Voila! You have a chord progression. To help you understand this, we're going to build one together. So on your piece of paper, write down the 7 letters A through G. Below that, write A. That will be the root chord in this progression that we're going to create. Next, count to the 4th chord from A. So A is 1, B 2, C 3, and D is 4. D is the 4th chord from A, so it's the next chord in this progression. Write the D next to the A. Add the 3rd chord by counting up to the 5th chord from A. So again, A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, D is 4, and the 5th chord is E. Write that next to the D. The 3 chords in this 1-4-5 chord progression that we're creating, starting at A, are A, D, and E. Now grab your guitar and play this progression. See if you notice the way the chords work well together. Let's try that again, but this time starting with the C as your root chord. So write down the letter C. That's the one in the 1-4-5. Go from there to the 4th chord. C is 1, D is 2, E is 3, and F is the 4th chord. Write F next to the C. Then add in the 5th chord. So again, C is 1, D is 2, E is 3, F is 4, and G is 5. So write the G next to the F. This 3-chord 1-4-5 progression with C as the root is C, F, and G. Now grab your guitar and play this chord progression too, observing the flow of the harmonic sounds. The most commonly used 1-4-5 chord progressions that you'll find in songs, and the ones I think you should focus on mastering, are A, D, E, C, F, G, D, G, A, and G, C, D. By the way, if you're anything like me and you like to learn visually, go to this week's Thursday Tips blog on my website, marlenesmusic.com. I'll have this 1-4-5 progression structure written there. So take the time to master these basic progressions. You might be surprised where your creativity takes you. Maybe even your first original song. I hope this episode's tip has helped you to continue expanding your guitar playing skills and knowledge. If you'd like to learn more, please check out the many learning resources available at marlenesmusic.com. Thank you for joining today's podcast, and as I like to say, play on.